Hello and welcome to part 5 of the DOS Daggerfall Let's Play. In the last part, we completed a dungeon after many bugs and much frustration, and we handed the quest and got a Steel Tonto of Will, or yeah, something like that. Something I can't even use and probably won't sell for much. But yeah, we completed our first quest, guild quest in this case. And after doing that dungeon, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of spells for sure. Thankfully, in that dungeon, I was able to make quite a bit of money. Pretty good amount for a level 2 character. Still level 2 character, I suppose. So what I'm going to do in this episode, at least from the start here, is go to that same Mages Guild and make a bunch of custom spells, and that will hopefully serve me well for future dungeon crawling escapades, and then potentially go find Lady B and start her little side quest thing involving the main quest and such. But yeah, first we're gonna be making custom spells. So let's get into it. All right, so we got the spell seller. That's weird. I thought they had a lot more spells for sale. Maybe there's actually a different selection depending on certain things. I don't know. That's strange. I mean, I know what ones I want anyway, so. Sufficient rank. The heck? Oh. Can I even use it? Oh, I guess so. Huh. I thought that was for some reason, I thought that was a higher rank you needed to be to use these stupid guild libraries. Uh, it's the identifier. I think the spell maker was back here somewhere. No, I think this is the trainer. That's the spell maker. Oh, over here, what time is it? 1 p.m. So I might as well do some training, but in what? What? Etiquette, Daedric, Nymph, dodging, blah blah blah, alteration, illusion, mercantile, backstabbing, stealth. Uh, well, I mean, I'm gonna just be doing kind of cheesy training spells anyway, so it's like, besides the RP reason, but training kind of sucks anyway, so I think I'll just go with probably Daedric again. Uh, and you can't. Good luck training that outside of this anyway, even if it doesn't really do anything good. Um, nah, I don't know. Maybe I forget how the pacification formula works in DOS, but yeah. Anyway, let's make some spells. All right, what's the next spell? Invisibility, normal, just for now. So that will supposedly cost 35 for invisibility normal, just base. 35. Now what's invisibility true? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more it goes up each time, but what is that? 8 more for the ability to attack and it still stay on? Yeah. That's kind of definitely worth it. Let's check the same for stuff like Chameleon and stuff and shit like that. Chameleon normal, 21. Let me guess, Chameleon true, like 29 or something. Wow, what the shit? That's dumb. That's as much as invisibility normal, which just, at least in DFU's case, just guaranteed version. Now let's check Shadow. 21. Okay, that's weird. You know, who knows if it actually works. That's weird. Because at least in DFU, Chameleon Shadow form, or whatever Shadow and invisibility are just like are just different versions of each other essentially. One with, yeah, but end of the day, invisibility from this selection is just the best. If they work that way, at least, because the cost is not that much more, at least initially. Spelled if target attacks anything, 34. Oops. Alright, so invisibility. Where is it? Hello. Invisibility. Normal. Wow, that makes it a lot cheaper there. But each increase of duration, at least for the base, is +8. Well, +8 and then 9, it seems. But then if the per level, what is that? That is like 15? No, is that 25? That's 25, yeah. Well, obviously the per level one is going to be the best, generally, as you will scale with level and all that stuff. And this is normal. So yeah, it's not cheap. Let's see, so like 8 to 9, and then for that it's like 25, like 26 or something, 25. 8 to 9, 25, 26. That's just normal invisibility. However, invisibility should work 100%, unlike the other ones, against things that are susceptible to it. So let's check normal Chameleon. 4 to probably 5. 4 to 5. And what's that? That's 17? Yeah, so it is quite a bit cheaper in some ways, but depending on the situation, probably not really worth it if it's not guaranteed anyway. It's probably the same crap with Shadow. Yeah, sorry if I'm kind of yawning. It's a little bit late. It's like not super late, but late enough for me, I guess. And I just recently got finished uploading, or yeah, recording and uploading the modding video, mod making video for tomorrow. Which was like an hour or something. Alright, so invisibility true. Damn. Yeah. As I kind of expected. Yeah, well, but it is so much better because being able to attack, that is significantly better than not being able to attack. But I can always make both just for Well, just for the sake of cost, but But in this case, it is like, what is that, 13? 13 to 12, 12 to 13, 42, 30 to like 29, 29 to 30. Yeah, I mean, like one round ain't really worth too much, but depending on the situation. Wait, what? Oh, guess I can get a free one there. I think I'll make one where it's just 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 every 2 levels. And I'll call this like cheap invisibility. Cheap invisibility. I'm pretty sure, can you rename stuff? I think so. Yes. Good. And then I'll make a invisibility that will scale better. That'll be like, I will use for being invisible more than short amounts of time and stuff like that. And of course it'll be true, because, yeah, the normal, just, it's like, if you can have true for, like, not that much higher cost, it's definitely worth it. Being able to do anything and keep it, if it even works like that, but I don't know. That's what I'm assuming it does work like that, so. 30, 30, 29, 30. Hmm. Like, at least right now, that's basically my entire mana bar. But I mean, it'll get better over time. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. I could always just make different versions later if I want to, but for right now, true invisibility. 1 round plus 4 per level, so it would be like 9 rounds even at level 2, which is pretty good. But it uses basically my entire mana bar almost. But let's see, let's call it greater invisibility. Not cheap. Not cheap. Wait a minute. Casting, yeah. Not cheap in terms of gold cost, but it'll be worth it in the end. What next? Well, we got teleport, which is awesome. We got invisibility, which is good. Now we definitely want levitate. Holy crap, we want levitate bad. Now levitate is one of those things where it's actually pretty annoying if it lasts too long. So we're gonna definitely make one. We're gonna definitely make one that's kind of purposely won't last too long. Just so we could get around, like, here and there without having to be concerned too much about it. This one I would probably make it even higher, but like every 4 levels, even though that sounds kind of strange. We'll just for now make it every 2 levels, not a big deal. Make it every 3, fuck it. Because really, sometimes you really don't want levitate to last that long. No, maybe not, actually. God damn it. Maybe because we're not even that high level right now, so it's like, yeah, let's just make it every 2 levels. Let's call it short light. And then we'll make another that is longer. How much longer? I don't think I want it that expensive, so yeah, whatever. I think that'll be fine. Let's just say long. Okay, for now. So we got levitate, recall cover, those are the major ones. Invisibility, which is a pretty big one. In fact, let me pause the recording and get right back with when I get a little bit more idea of how I want to make these training spells. Alright, so I am back, and I spent probably almost about half an hour, if not more, just saying like, okay, um, I might as well just make the spells instead of just subjecting everyone to the tedium of doing that, watching. So I did that. I made the rest of the spells that I currently wanted. I spent almost all of my gold that I had doing that. But yeah, I probably am gonna cut out a lot of what I did before anyway, where I was making spells, just because I don't think it was that informative anyway, and it was just kind of boring. So yeah, so I'll just go through it. I got some cheaper and greater invisibility, long and short flight, aquatic form, monkey form, basic heal wound, create arrows that last for hopefully long enough to shoot off any arrows that were created by it, if needed. Love tap, which is just a weaker right now basic shock spell, which I deleted, but slightly cheaper, as well as it scales better with levels. Snake bite, touch spell, continuous damage, lasts pretty long, does pretty good damage over time. Touch, same thing, or the Cobra Spit, same thing, but at range, basically. Teleportation, obviously. Safe teleport, which I will use before using teleportation in certain situations to hopefully prevent myself from dying from fall damage if I say fall out of the void. This was from the UESP wiki. This is alteration, thaumaturgy, and restoration training. Because water breathing is the cheapest, or water breathing and jumping are the cheapest alteration effects, single alteration effects. So I picked water breathing, and then water walking is the cheapest thaumaturgy effect, and free action is the cheapest restoration effect. So I could train at least in theory, I think, train all three of those at once by using this. And illusion and mysticism training, same deal. Illusion is light, cheapest. Open is the cheapest. And then destruction training, which I think should work without a target, but we'll have to see. Which is just a minimum damage health around caster spell. That's the cheapest effect for that. Greater Troll's Blood, which is just a pretty powerful, pretty long-lasting, especially for how it scales, heal health over time effect. Restore Fatigue, just a fairly basic Restore Fatigue effect. Free Action, pretty cheap, pretty long-lasting free action effect, so Paralysis shouldn't be a huge deal. A fairly good chance cure disease in case that happens, even if it's pretty expensive. And a similar vein, open effect that, not great chances, high cost, but at least it's there. And I definitely obviously have more things that I want to make in the future, but for now, this is a very good start, I would say, at the very least. So why don't we use one of them? Hehe, look at that stupid light. I mean, 1 round, 2 rounds, whatever, lasts pretty damn long, like a lot longer than one might expect. That's why being careful with the levitation is a good idea, otherwise you're gonna be like, oh, fuck, I'm stuck with this for a while. Yeah, and being in the menus doesn't stop time, it seems. So, yeah, I spent a lot of time in here, in-game. It's like 1:30 a.m. in-game. Um, but yeah, I spent like almost, yeah, a little bit more than an hour just making spells there. But, way longer than I expected. But I also gave them their own little icons and such, and I reorganized them painstakingly, kind of, to generally be easier for my own use, based on how often I think they will be used, and recast and stuff like that, how frequently. Um, but yeah, I am going to find an inn. I'm going to go to an inn. And I'm gonna get a room after doing all that. Give me some wine. And give me a room for the night. How long do I want to sleep? Rest for 8 hours. Running, medical. What time is it? 9:39. I could have done some training, but I was like, eh. So what I'm gonna do now is, since this whole episode is just gonna be mostly me probably cut out a lot of it, the spell making part, but then just showing you what I made. So I'm just gonna quickly travel to the location where Lady B said she would be. Lady B said she would be, because I'm pretty much good in this town for the time being. And I should be prepared at the very least with spells, spell effects and such, so that's good. So I'll save here. And where was she? She was in like the something stupid. The Howling Castle Inn. The Beaver and Cat in the Howling Castle Inn. Howling Castle Inn. Yes. Let's, well, take inns again now that we have money. Yeah, let's just travel there recklessly. The Beaver and Cat. Oops. Oh. Actually a bunch of inns here. North. The Rusty Cat, the Pig and Chasm. Well, this is the one that she's at, supposedly, so I will save here. It is getting pretty late here. I mean, I got some good stuff done at least, but there probably won't be too much footage at the end of this, because I'm probably going to cut out a big section of it. But, yeah, even with that, got some stuff done. We are, next episode, going to talk to Lady B and see what the hell she wants, and then continue on from there. But, as usual, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.